Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's segment of Southern Woods and Waters Television. We want to welcome all of you in here tonight. I'm Brandon Dowdy, and with me tonight I've got our good friend Anthony Landreth. Anthony does the Southern Woods and Waters radio show with Hugh down in West Tennessee, and Hugh's actually not in with us tonight. He's had some medical issues. He is doing a lot better, so we do ask everybody just please keep him in your prayers as he continues to heal. Anthony, you actually were visiting with him earlier today.
Yeah, I went by to see him, and he looked so much better today than he did Monday. It was unreal. I'm glad. He's still got several more days in the hospital, and then I think he's going to be home. He may miss here, it looked like, for several weeks, but he's on the mend right now. He looked a whole lot better today when I left Jackson.
Yes, and he was already calling earlier, wanting to know what we was doing and what we had going on tonight, making sure that, that we had all of our...
Who was cooking and what did they have? That was what he wanted to know.
He wanted to know what he was missing out on tonight during the recipe segments, what he wanted to know.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's been just a beautiful week this week. Had a little bit of rain, but
we've had a lot.
You know, you guys have had a whole lot in West Tennessee.
We sure have.
And the other night when we actually filmed a Tennessee Deer Hunters live show the other night and down in Ashland City, and I tell you, it stormed on Weststone and I the entire way home. So
3 hours of me it stormed.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I couldn't do 30 miles per hour on the interstate.
It's good for those food plots and things like that.
Some of them may have got washed away.
Yeah, some of them might be in the neighbor's field now, huh?
Because it was pretty bad. If you just planted one, you may have to replant after those rains.
Well, I tell you guys, tonight we're actually, here in just a minute, we're going to take you along on a crappie fishing trip that Anthony went on with our friend Mike Adams, and you guys were in West Tennessee.
Yep.
And this is on a private pond. You know, we'll cover a lot of different things, but a lot of folks, you know, they forget about how much fun it is to go and fish on a pond.
They sure do.
And
we had our good buddy John Lawrence. He helps us with the bike fund. He said, I've never filmed, but I'll try. He did a pretty fair job.
He did a pretty fair job, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think everybody will enjoy it.
Picked up a camera,
Yeah, I think he did well. So, guys, we're going to go on over, take you on this crappie fishing trip, and hope you enjoy it.
Hey everybody, this is Mike Adams on here for the Brad Deming Memorial Bicycle Fund and Southern Woods and Waters and Southern Woods and Waters Radio. Out here today we're going to talk a little bit about small farm fishing and small pond fishing. We all love those big $60,000, $70,000 and $80,000 bass boats, but sometimes, you know, you just have to go back to basics. So here we are. We're on a small pond in rural West Tennessee. We're going to be primarily crappie fishing again today, but we'll catch a bass along, we'll catch a shell cracker along, but we're going to just talk about really what we're doing and how we do it, and hope you enjoy the show, folks.
Yeah. Folks, what we're doing, we're probably in about 15 feet of water right here. And it seemed like we figured out, I don't know if I don't have a depth finder on this or anything, but I know the depth of it. I think the thermocline might be around 5 or 6 feet because we're letting it drop to about 5 or 6 feet. And you can tell the retrieve is just kind of slow and steady. And what they're doing, I mean, they're just kind of sucking it in, and you can really just feel the pressure. You know, you can't really feel the bite. You can just feel almost like you run your jig through some moss or something. But then you set the hook, and they'll be on there. Notice Mike just lost one a while ago, and that's the way they're hitting right now. But that's all we're doing, just slow, steady retrieve, and it's paying off right now. We've caught several, but we ain't found them good yet, because I think if we find them good, we can probably burn them up 10 or 12 in one spot right here. Good. All right, got another crappie on out here. I believe it's a crappie. I don't know, he's kind of acting like a brim now. He's swimming right to me. No, there's another crappie. Oh, it's a black nose crappie.
The black nose.
Yep, sure is.
Show that black nose.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Folks down in Mississippi, a lot of people call them magnolia crappie. A magnolia crappie is a cross between of a male black nose crappie and a female white crappie. Now, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but you got that black stripe all the way down through there. You can also see a little bit right there on its mouth. But in Tennessee, the TWRA breeds these in a hatchery, but this is a bona fide black nose crappie right here. So they stock them in a lot of lakes. I think I remember where this come from because I took them out of another lake and I brought them up here when they was small. This one's probably about 3 years ago. This right here is probably about 10.5-inch crappie. And I tell you what, they are pretty in this dark water right here.
Did you get one right at the boat?
Ooh, got a crappie right here. That's a good crappie. Come on in here.
First crappie of the day.
That's a good one.
Good crappie.
Yep. Hello folks, Anthony Landreth here with Southern Woods and Water TV. We're doing a little pond fishing in the woods right here. That's probably about 11-inch crappie. What we're catching them on is, I can get it right here and show you. Strike King curly tail shad poles. I mean, we use a 16th ounce jig. Mike's using a weedless jig back there. I got Mike Adams in the back of the boat. I don't have a weedless jig on right now, but I really need one for here. But this little place is full of good crappie like this. Like I say, it's about 11-inch, good thick black crappie right here. So that's what we're going to try to catch. So y'all stay tuned. Maybe if we can keep Mike out of the trees, we can catch some more. We'll see y'all. There's a channel that comes out of this cove, you can see right back here in front of me. And that channel's about 3 foot deeper than all the water around it. And this time of year when it gets hot like this, them crappie, they'll drop off any little thing like, you know, even as much as a foot deeper. They'll hold on it a lot of times. Another good crappie. Come on in here, it's popping.
I'm trying to break something without chartreuse today, but I think I'm going to put on yellow chartreuse.
Good black crappie right there. Hey, in case y'all wonder what a black crappie, the spine count. The top spines right here before we get to there. Black crappie is 7 to 8 of these pointed spines. White crappie is going to be 5 or 6. That's what. Another way you can tell is on a black crappie, the spots are just not really a pattern. If anything, you'll see them kind of going this way. A white crappie, this pattern will be going from back to belly. But that's a classic black crappie right there.
Good little crappie here. I think he's a good crappie. That's a good crappie. Sorry about that, John.
I got him right here in my lap. I got him.
I hit my leg and hit yours. He's a good one. Good crappie.
Oh yeah. Wait just a second. Folks, just y'all hear me talk about a Arky crappie crank. I just caught this one on there. That's the first time I threw it in quite a while. And I thought I'd put it on and threw out there. And I mean, it's amazing how thick these jokers are.
Look, I was going to say, look at the back of that crappie, how thick he is. When you get the,
Well, I tell you what, he got that line all wrapped around his fins.
I wanted that one.
He sure did.
Look how thick the back of that thing.
Yeah, that is some good, healthy crappie right there. Good crappie, look like.
No, not as good as what I thought you were. But anyway, another crappie. I changed colors and went just a tad deeper. Crappie, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Even, I tell you what makes them look prettier. It's when they're next to some coleslaw and some hush puppies. That's the best way they look. Don't you think, eh?
That's another black nose.
Sure is.
Sure, yeah. Smaller one. Can't believe they're up in this shallow water. Right here.
Great crappie for shallow water crappie. And what's today? June 28th?
June 29th.
29th.
Yep.
It's a good thing. But hey, we hadn't even talked to any about the charity today, guys. So
Yes.
yeah, got several hunts coming up, and we're gonna do a little video tomorrow and talk about the hunts that we have coming. And man, I tell you what, we've got some great hunts in Kentucky and Illinois, Texas. A lot of things happen. And, charity's kicking around quite a bit. We had a big thank you out to Walmart and the Bolivar Rotarians for contributing to our cause. We'd like to help everybody's community if we can. If you've got a hunt you want to donate, you have equipment you want to donate, you want to bid on one of the hunts, that money stays with you. So we go to the school that you want to go to, and we break that all out. And again, and I want to reiterate, because I always have people ask me, how do you choose the children? We don't. The principals, superintendents, the teachers choose the children. They know the children that are in need. And we like to make sure that all the children are taken care of that we can. So the more hunts you guys buy, at auction and bid on, and more hunts and fishing trips that are donated, it's just that many more kids so we can smile. As Brad said, what child wouldn't love a new bike for Christmas? That's our slogan, that's our logo out there, Brad's Bikes for Kids. Just thanks everyone for keeping us in your heart and keeping us in your mind. Let's keep it going.
All right. Well, it looks like you guys had a pretty good day out there, didn't you?
We had a great day that day. Yeah. John, like I say, first time he had ever filmed, and after that he said, "Man, hey, I'd like to come up here and go fishing one day." So I think it kind of gave him a little bit of the fever.
Have to film him a little bit.
Yep.
Out there catching a few.
Yep.
Well, guys, we're going to jump over and do this week's weekly wild game forecast. It's being sponsored by the fine folks over at Wilson Bank and Trust. You can go see them at one of 28 Middle Tennessee locations. And actually, we've got the Wilson County Fair coming up here soon, and you guys know that they're a big part of that. So be sure to stop by and see them there. They'll be at several different locations at the fair. Tell them thank you for everything they do for the community and for us here at the show. So, Anthony, man, I tell you what, you guys, you know, we've talked about on the show a lot before, but y'all catch crappie year round. And I don't mean just on the pond. I mean, you catch a lot of them on the lake and stuff too.
We do.
But what's going on with them right now? I mean, y'all been catching them trolling, haven't you?
Yes, right now is, let me talk about what we're catching them on.
Well, we'll get to that here in a few minutes.
But we are, yeah, we catch them. We do mostly long trolling is what we do this time of year. And that's where we may throw out, Brandon, we may have, believe it or not, 100, 125 feet of line, depending on how deep we find them. Mm-hmm. And we normally troll around 1.1 to 1.3 miles per hour. Now, if we're using a crankbait, we'll get on up to probably 1.4 to even 1.7.
Yeah.
And we always troll 6-pound line. It seems like we've pretty much got it down pat. And then we don't spider rig. We basically I got one pole on each side of the front, two in the back. Two in the back's like at 11 and 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Side front is 3 and 9. And if we go through a zone and, you know, we catch at least 2 at one time, we'll throw a buoy out, we'll keep on going, and then we'll go back and forth. And if we keep going through that, then we'll stop and just start casting into that zone right there.
About how deep are they right now?
Right now, anywhere. The other day, when we was catching those right there on the film just now, they was anywhere from 10 feet down to 3 feet.
Yeah. I tell you what, too, we were talking earlier, the deer coming right on along for the year, too, man.
Gosh, you got that right.
The fawn count is fantastic this year.
It's not at where we are. I know it is up here.
It is around here, man. I tell you that the fawns they're everywhere. And we've got lots of good 3- and 4-year-old bucks running around.
I do have a lot of them.
We've just got a few weeks, guys. I mean, it'll be time for this velvet hunt coming up, and so it's time to be wrapping up your inventory and figure out which one you're going to get after.
It's about 2 weeks from now. at home.
It is.
And we can use muzzle loaders at home too.
That's right. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that too later. Anthony knows a lot about the CWD zones and things like that. He lives in one of them. So we'll get to a little bit more of that here in a little while too. We want to remind you guys to follow us on Facebook. We've got a brand new contest going to be starting there this week. We kind of mentioned it a couple weeks ago. It's going to be a trail cam photo contest. Make sure you get on there and follow us so that you can keep up with us on this one. We're going to have some really neat giveaways, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have this week's pictures of the week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.